Hello Capricorn, how are you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Solari Tarot. It's Greg here. It is early in the morning here in West Virginia, and I am finally filming again. Listen, I know, for those of you obviously that know, I took about a month and a half off, a little bit more than that, over the last month. I really had a big tower moment in my life, you guys, and a lot really came hitting. All the shit hit all the fans all at the same time. It was very debasing, and there was a super hermit mode I think that was needed from me. I needed to rest, I needed to realign, recalibrate, replan, certainly, refocus, and then kind of listen to that inner voice. And I just didn't have the energy to give you a real message, and I didn't want it to be bullshit just for shits and giggles, because you know I really hate that about the tarot community. Sometimes it's just baiting people. So I took some time off, and I'm glad to be back, and I'm so happy to be with you. I can't wait to do this reading. I know that you guys over the spring and summer months have just had some really gorgeous maternal energy, super divine feminine around you, so that's exciting. We're going to start pulling from some oracle decks, and then we'll pull from the tarot as well. But let's see what comes out. How is the retrograde for you, Capricorn? Guys, if you do want to check out a video about what went down in my life, if you're really that interested, I don't know why you would be, but there is a video link in the description box to where you can watch that. Also, how to reach me information. I'm not certain I'm doing personal readings right now, maybe in August. I'm just trying to get these videos back up on the channel. Alright, what's the message for Capricorn? What's our message for Capricorn? What's the message for Capricorn for the rest of July, rest of retrograde? Capricorn. Guys, everybody's really had a highlighted focus in the retrograde, and it's been really different for almost everyone. And that's the only thing that's been similar about it, is that it's been challenging for so many, which is common in a retrograde, especially one of Mercury. And then we had plenty of other retrogrades that were taking place, upwards of, I think, 5 or 6 planets at once. So it is a really challenging time for a lot of peeps. What's the Capricorn energy? I don't want all that. Capricorn energy for the rest of July, please. I'm gonna shuffle. Okay. Okay. Nothing has changed for you guys. We have the Barmbrack, Sweetness and Synergy. You know, I love this card, and you guys know I love this deck. It's the Halloween one. And you know me, I'm a Halloween guy all year round. But this card in particular is so sweet to me. It's like 6 of Cups. I mean, it's just very reminiscent of synergetic and integrated, calibrated. It's a beautiful energy. In the rest of July, I think that there's a sweetness around some of the events that are occurring. You know, this can be in so many different ways, Capricorn, right? For a lot of us, though, I think there's a sweetness in the people we're around. We really enjoy our company right now. We really know that the company we have around, we really trust. We don't have to second-guess the people in our lives. We're feeling like it's all going to be okay. If we're not feeling that way, this is a really nice energy to suggest that you may be moving into a little bit more peaceful of a time, which I've really been seeing for you for so much of this year. So much shifting and changing and uprooting, but it's really building this beautiful foundation on the rock. You know, that's one biblical story, actually, that comes to mind, and I don't know why it's coming to mind, but it's the parable, of course, of building your home on the rock rather than the sand, you know. The sand comes and washes the home away, so everything you've built, when that tower comes in, it just wrecks it all if you haven't built a foundation that's structured. And I think that you are working on that. I think that's really been a big theme of your year, Cappy, is to build your house on the rock. And I think that because you're doing that, there's a sweetness attached to it. There could be some sweet events coming. I think of that fresh bread coming out of the oven, and that just feeling of home, and that feeling of, you know, the prodigal son, the prodigal daughter, you know, coming home. It's a really beautiful energy. So I can't imagine what else may be going on. Let's pull you a goddess as well. The goddess for Capricorn for the rest of July. Goddess for Capricorn the rest of July. Hello, is it too early? wow. And so it's abundantia, prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Guys, this is just so gorgeous. Sweetness, synergy, prosperity. It's really beautiful, abundant energy. I think a lot of you guys are moving into a phase of your life where all of these big questions that you've had for a long time, you're starting to answer them. I think that you're starting to find the beauty in the relationships that you have in your life, no matter what kind of relationships they are, the friendships, the colleagueships, the teamworks, the lovers, the family, you know, the girls in the yoga class. I don't know, this has a very yoga vibe to it. It's very easy energy. So I mean, this is like literally, there are no fucks to give during the retrograde for you, Capricorn. You're like, what retrograde? I'm over here chilling. Right, there's a really sweet energy here, and I love to see it for you for the rest of July. I think that that's going to be nice. But I do want to pull you some tarot, so let's just get it right into that. All right, what's our message for Capricorn? For Capricorn, we have the Ten of Swords coming out straight away. Don't freak out, Capricorn. Yeah, see? Ace of Wands, wow. Told you. Not to freak out. Capricorn, what's the message for Capricorn for the rest of July? Capricorn, Capricorn. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Six of Pentacles. I want to say for those of you Cappies that are interested in your finances, that's looking pretty good for you. We have the Hermit card. Some of you could be dealing with another Earth sign, a Virgo particularly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, cool. You know, this has been coming out for a lot of people in the retrograde, resisting, and a lot of us are doing it, but we have the Seven of Wands and we have the Knight of Swords. You also could be dealing with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But yeah, you know, I want to start with this Ten of Swords because it looks to me like it's showing us that the worst of the worst has already happened to you, Capricorn. There's no reason to be worried about anything from the past or, you know, the worst of what's happened to you has happened. You're moving into this prosperous energy, but you're resisting that because I think you've been through so much. You're like, there's no way that I can be so resolved. There's no way I can be resolved. I've been through too much. I think that you particularly feel like, how do I put this? Like the journey to where you are now has been slow but steady. But it also looks like you've put a lot of hard work in. You've put a lot of effort in. You really want the effort in your life to be met with the same. And I think that you really are longing and yearning to move into this synergetic, prosperous energy. But I do think in some way, shape, or form, you're resisting it because you don't even believe that it could be real. Which is why, when we see our Ten of Swords here, then we immediately move into our Ace of Wands. And this is when the flame comes back. And this is when the inspiration has struck. And this is when our creativities begin to emerge. And this is when we start to see ourselves in a brand new perspective. And we start to see our condition in a brand new way. Thus, we start to align and vibrate and attract with a better modality. Thus, life is better. However, when we've been through a lot, particularly Ten of Swords energy, it's really easy to feel like there is no possible way that my life is ever going to be okay. I'm always going to have problems. Or, you know, I've been going through this for so long with the Knight of Pentacles. Or I've been desiring my life to be this way for so long. why is it going to come now? And I think with the Knight of Swords, it's saying it's rushing right in. It's rushing right in, but there's a resistance that you're building. And you know what? A lot of earth signs actually have been, because that's, I've been doing earth all morning, and I think every single one of you in some way has pulled the Seven of Wands. I think that there's just this resistance to it for whatever reason. Anything else for Capricorn? Anything else want to come out for Capricorn? Yeah, Two of Wands and the Nine of Cups. This is really about moving in the direction towards your own fulfillment. And I do sense here, Five of Wands on the bottom, there could have been some pretty intense conflict in your life. Challenges, serious challenges. And I think that it's built this defensiveness in you, so when this synergetic, sweet energy comes in, you're like, yeah, but can I trust this shit? Or is this all going to backfire on me? But the answer is, you can trust it. You can trust it. I think that this all comes down to the way that we view ourselves, right? Because if we don't view ourselves well, we have one of two options. And the Two of Wands, particularly, is talking about those options. This can sometimes be that we're at a crossroads of sorts, and that there are really serious changes that need to be made in order for us to be at this emotional, fulfilling thing. And I think for you, it's really the same thing as Taurus, and Virgo, really, which was stop resisting. The retrograde is showing you the potentiality of what could happen, and I think that you are resisting the good energy because you're stuck in the bad. You don't realize that there is more to the story for you. That there is great wish fulfillment here. For sure. But remember that Hermit card, I love that, because that shows that we're going within and we're doing that work and we're illuminating self. And if we are doing that, we're probably not vibrating with the shit that we've done in our past or with the shit that people have done to us in our past. We're probably going to let that go, right? Because that's weight. It's a burden. It's hard to carry. So it's like, if we're focused, if we're in that Ace of Wands and we're moving in that fire and we're moving in that passion, it doesn't make sense for us to be thinking about our past. So the Hermit is quite indicative of this change that we are making. But remember, resistance is the whole thing. Resistance is the whole thing. Don't be doing that. I also want to say something else. If somebody has some sort of feeling like they're always going to be alone, or that they're not worthy of partnership, that is crazy. That is the past talking, honey. That's the past talking. You are being afforded and offered this synergetic energy, this sweet energy, this peaceful energy. And it's really important, guys, that you go with that. Look, guys, look. If I think all of us deep inside are looking for that metaphorical, sunflower field, right? Where everything is complete, where everything is whole, where nothing is missing, where everything feels as it should, where life is totally complete, our relationships are perfect, we're so in love, we have so much money, it's such a blessing, we have so much money, we can give it to those in need, right? It's like we desire to do better. All of us. Collectively on the planet. We're probably not even watching these damn videos for any other reason other than we want to feel better, we want to do better, we want to look better, we want to have better things. And look, that's the human carnal mind. It's a part of us, right? It's what we are in the physical flesh, but it's not all that we are. So much of how we align with is from where our perspective sits and what kind of momentum we build. Because the tower moment can come in for us and give us great freedom. Or the tower moment can come in and then that tower caves right in on our heads. And I hate to be the bearer of true news, friends. But we, in many and most ways, get to control that, what we're vibrating with. I really certainly believe that we don't attract anything into our experience that we haven't vibrated or aligned with on a vibrational level. Where we are in our experience, how we co-create it, matters. And the lie that we can't be a part of that process, now certainly not maybe egotist enough to think that we have complete control, but certainly active participants in this hermit mode idea, the one I just got out of, right? These moments where we have to really look within and determine who we are in order to figure out how to proceed. And this is a big moment for you because what's being offered is a completion of sorts, something you really desire, a home that you feel like you've never had, and it would be a shame to toss all that to the wind because you can't beat your own mind. That's silly. That's stupid. Don't do that. Metaphorical smacking of the hand. Really, folks, that is the message for you here. And you know what? To see kind of a tip of the hat to the past here in your reading doesn't surprise me. It's retrograde. This is common. You know, the past starts getting vomited back up. People start just showing up out of the woodworks that we, haven't seen in freaking years. Like, retrograde does that. But your journey within is getting you to a beautiful place, so don't resist it. I just feel like my channel for this month should be called Don't Resist This Shit Tarot. Because I feel like we're all doing it in some way. We're like, oh, retrograde, please don't do this to me. So that is your message. If you want it, have it. If you want it, have it. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. If you want it, have it. If you want it, have it. Quit resisting. You're making this an episode of Days of Our Lives. Just quit resisting. If you want it, have it. Simple. Law of attraction. Works every time. 110% of the time. Can't go wrong. I love you, folks. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. As always, you are so loved by many around you and by certainly me. So if you need me, send me an email. I love you so much, and I'll see you in August for your reads. Boom, I'm back. Thanks for letting me take a break. Much needed. Love you.